The containment bay of the Stellar Harmony was in chaos. Rin, the ship's xenobiologist from the Cthari species, stood frozen at the observation window, her four eyes wide with terror. Behind the reinforced glass, a creature the size of a hover car paced back and forth, its crystalline scales rippling with bioluminescent rage. Each footfall shook the deck plates. "This is impossible," Rin whispered, her translator crackling. The sedatives should have kept it calm for another 6 hours. The beast cub, a juvenile Vorantine from the death world of Cragnus 7, had awakened prematurely during transport. Its parents had been relocated to a conservation planet 3 cycles ago, and this was supposed to be a simple transfer. Simple. The word now felt like mockery. "Step back from the window, Rin." Commander Orin's voice cut through her panic. The human strode down the corridor with that peculiar gait his species possessed, unhurried yet purposeful. He carried a flattened piece of brown material under one arm. "Commander, you cannot go in there." Rin's tentacles flared in distress. That creature's claws can shear through durasteel. Its bite force exceeds 12,000 psi. We need to evacuate this section and vent it into space before what? Before we kill an endangered juvenile because we're scared? Orin's brown eyes met hers, and Rin saw something that made her mandibles click nervously. The humans called it determination. Her people called it madness. The cub roared, and the sound rattled Rin's bones. It was morning. She understood that much from her xenobiology training. Separated from its family, thrust into an alien environment with unfamiliar scents and sounds, the creature was terrified. But terror in a Vorantine manifested as pure destructive rage. "What is that?" Rin gestured at the brown material. "Cardboard box," Orin said, already assembling it with practiced folds. "Found it in the cargo bay." What?" "Just watch." Before Rin could protest further, Orin punched his override code into the containment bay door. The security system, designed by the cautious Cthari, squawked warnings. "Danger. Hostile life form detected. Protective armor required." Orin ignored it. He stepped through the airlock with nothing but his standard uniform and that absurd brown box. The Vorantine cub whirled toward him immediately. Up close, it was even more magnificent and terrifying. Each scale was the size of Orin's palm, refracting light into deadly rainbows. Its eyes multifaceted like an insect's but intelligent like a mammal's fixed on the human. The cub's maw opened, revealing rows of serrated teeth designed to crush bones and tear through armor plating. Rin watched through the window, her breathing tubes constricted with fear. She had already triggered the emergency protocol. Security teams were en route. They would have to kill it. There was no other way, but Orin wasn't running. He wasn't even backing away. He sat down, cross-legged. About 15 feet from the advancing predator, the human simply sat. He placed the cardboard box on the floor beside him and waited. The cub stopped. Its head tilted in confusion, a gesture so familiar and yet so alien on that massive frame. It sniffed the air, processing this strange creature that neither fled nor attacked. In the cub's short life, everything had either run from it or tried to dominate it. This human did neither. Orin reached into his pocket and pulled out something small. A ball. He rolled it gently toward the cub. The Vorantine sniffed the ball, then batted it with one massive paw. The ball bounced off the wall and rolled back. The cub's bioluminescence shifted from angry red to curious yellow. It batted the ball again. Rin's mandibles hung open. "What is he doing?" Through the comms, she could hear Orin's voice, soft and rhythmic. He was singing? No, talking. Using that tone humans employed with their young and their domestic animals. Soothing, non-threatening. "Hey there, big guy. Yeah, you're scared, aren't you?" I know. Everything's weird and different and your family's gone." The cub approached slowly, each step more cautious than aggressive now. It sniffed at Orin and Rin's hearts nearly stopped. One bite. That's all it would take. But Orin remained still, letting the creature investigate. Then, with movements so slow they seemed frozen in time, he picked up the cardboard box and held it out. The cub sniffed the box. Pawed at it. The box made a crinkling sound, and then, Rin would later swear she'd imagined it, the massive predator's eyes brightened. In one fluid motion, the cub squeezed its enormous body into the box. Or tried to. Most of it didn't fit. Its hindquarters stuck out comically, tail thrashing with what could only be described as contentment. The bioluminescence shifted to a soft, peaceful blue. Orin reached out and gently scratched behind the cub's auditory ridge. The creature made a sound, a deep thrumming purr that vibrated through the deck plates. "There we go," Orin murmured. "Boxes fix everything." 20 minutes later, Rin stood inside the containment bay, her fear replaced by scientific fascination. The Vorentine cub was asleep, still partially wedged in the cardboard box, its massive head resting on Orin's lap. "I don't understand," Rin admitted. "According to every behavioral model we have, this should have been impossible. Vorentines are apex predators. They don't bond with other species. They certainly don't." She gestured helplessly at the box. "Do that." Orin shrugged, still gently stroking the cub's scales. "You were trying to understand it as a predator. I just saw a scared kid missing its parents. But the box, cats love boxes, dogs love boxes. Hell, I love boxes. There's something primal about a small enclosed space when you're feeling vulnerable. Makes you feel safe." He looked up at Rin, smiling. "Figured it was worth a shot." Rin's tentacles curled in the Kthari gesture of profound respect. "Your species is either the bravest or the most foolish in the galaxy. Why not both?" The security team arrived at that moment, weapons charged and ready. They stopped short at the scene before them, the galaxy's most dangerous juvenile predator, sleeping peacefully in a cardboard box, being petted by an unarmed human. The team leader, a heavily armored Draknor, lowered his plasma rifle slowly. "I'm filing this report under impossible events," he muttered. Rin watched Orin continue his gentle ministrations, watched the cub's contented breathing, and felt something shift in her understanding of the universe. The humans had only joined the galactic community 50 years ago, yet they continued to defy every expectation. They didn't have the strongest armor, the fastest ships, or the most advanced weapons. But they had something else. An instinct for connection that transcended species logic and fear, an ability to see beyond teeth and claws to the frightened child underneath, and apparently an infinite supply of cardboard boxes. "Commander Orin," Rin said quietly, "how did you know it would work?" Orin looked up, his expression serious now. "I didn't, but I figured if I was going to die today, it might as well be trying something kind instead of something cruel." The cub stirred, nuzzling deeper into its box, and Rin understood finally why humanity had earned its place among the stars.